All right. I just can't believe it is the week before winter break. So I made a little video to go over some of the fun art and activities that you got on Monday. So there's what I want to start with is you're going to see that you have kind of a paper clipped section. It's got brown paper that's folded in half, and then a little red, a little white, and a big black piece. You're going to save those. We're actually going to give you the option of working on this together. We'll do breakout rooms. We'll have some fun. You'll get to create a very special card using this. So save that. Make sure you have that in a special place. But you also have a packet that looks like this, along with several different colors of construction paper. Now that construction paper is for you to do whatever you want with, but I'm going to show you some ideas that I have. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any of my wonderful construction paper home, so I'm unfortunately going to have to use a black piece. But, so with your packet that you see here, sorry, that was very confusing, there's a coloring page. This is something that you are going to be working on I can't remember if it's Tuesday or Wednesday, but one of those pages, one of those days you're going to work on this. And it's just kind of fun. It lets you get to actually pick the colors. That's the kind of cool thing about this. They're all multiplication facts, but you pick the colors you want. So you can choose whatever colors you want. Look in your crayons, look in your pencil box, whatever you want, and you're going to decide the colors. So that means everybody's is not going to be exactly the same, which will be kind of fun. You'll have a chance to kind of share that out. So that's one of our math pages. Super hard math facts, I know. Then you'll see that there's a bunch of other things. Now this page is technically 2 pages. You can trim and cut each of these out, cutting it in half, and then you have 2 of these, and I'm going to move that over for a second so you can see these. Now if you wanted to, you could even trim it a little bit more, and maybe cut it right along that. And so these are something you can color, you can write on. And again, you know, this art is optional, but it is kind of fun. And maybe you want to make a homemade card for someone. Maybe you want to make one for a friend who lives down the street. Maybe you want to make one for your parents or your brother or sister. So you can see that you have some options with this. So what I wanted to show you is some of that construction paper that you have. Now yours isn't black, but that's the only one I have right now, unfortunately. So, but you could, if you had like a pretty green paper, you could put a little message or draw a picture on the front, and then you could put this and glue it down on the inside and write a little Christmas card. Color it in if you want to. Same with this. So these are there so that if you'd like to make some kind of a card, or another option is you could even cut a piece of paper in half. You could glue it in the middle and write a message. So you have lots of options. The paper's there for you to use however you want. Maybe you just want it on the front, and then you're going to do something else inside. Maybe you're going to put a plain white paper and write a message. So again, just something that you can see, so you can take that and break it apart in a way and make yourself a little Christmas card out of it. Then we have, of course, some coloring pages, and some people like to color and then trim that out. And then if you wanted to glue it on a piece of construction paper, like a frame, you get, you know, that's something you could even give as a gift. There's one you could trim. You could cut out a design around it. There's one that's like this that you could do multiple ways. You can turn it, whatever you want to do. The heart inside looks like it's supposed to be like this, and you could even fold it and make it step. So anyways, just lots of little coloring pages you can do what you want with. This is one of my favorites. So this Santa you can color in, and then what you do is you cut, boop, along just the outside, not the foldy lines, just cut around the outside. And then what you do is after you've color it first, then cut it out, and then what you do is you fold it so it's a little triangle, and you tape those edges together. So you'll fold it here, folding it back, and then you tape it together. And that's, and then you can stand it up on your desk or put it somewhere. So that's kind of a fun one. And then these last couple pages are snowflakes, big snowflakes, little snowflakes. And it does, this one might be easier to look at to begin with because you can see the directions. But they show you, you're going to cut the circle out. You're going to fold it in half and then fold it so it looks like this. So you're going to make about 3 folds in it. Okay. And then the side that is kind of blank like this, so it'll look like this, then remember when you do a snowflake, you want to make certain that you, like for example, you could cut a design in the middle. You could cut a design here, cut a design here, cut a design here. You could try, it's really hard to cut a design in the middle, but don't cut it all the way through here. Because if you cut it from this side to this side, you're going to end up with 2 separate pieces that may not be stuck together. So that was one thing I just wanted to show you. So if you wanted to, you could always experiment with one of the smaller ones, cut it out, try some different cuts, see what happens before you try the bigger circle. And if you're super into making snowflakes, one thing you could do, if you have plain white paper, cut this out and you can use it like a tracer. And you could make as many snowflakes as you like. So again, just some fun. And then one thing I was going to say is sometimes I've had students cut these out. And again, if you want to make more of the little ones, you could trace any kind of a circle. And then what you could do is you could even put those on a card as well, or as a decoration. So I just wanted you to see you have some kind of fun activities. So I'm going to show you real quick, except that I set my scissors down. There they are. I just realized I want you to see exactly how this works. And it won't take but a second. And if you don't really care, you think you can figure it out, you can always stop watching the video. But in case you're like, no, I really want to make sure I do this right, just bear with me for about 10 more seconds. And so again, you really want to make sure you color it before you do anything else. But if you cut it out first, it's not a big deal, and then color it in. So again, what you're going to do, pretty easy, take it, fold it right along those lines. See how I folded it? And then fold it again on the opposite side. And then what you want to do is put a little bit of tape. Don't need a lot. It's a little bit of tape. And some kids have actually tried to glue it together with just a little bit of glue and just put the glue right along that edge. But for me, that was a little harder. I like to have a little piece of tape. And then you can see, boop, you've got your Santa. It sits up. It's kind of hard to see him that way, but you get the idea. So then you can have your Santa hanging out with you if you want. I've also had students get little cotton balls and put a little cotton ball on top with some glue. So have some fun with it. I just wanted you to see that idea of how you're going to fold it and then tape it together. All right, so these are all optional activities, just kind of fun things that you can do with what you want. You can also be creative and just do something fun with your construction paper. And again, we are going to make a special card with that special paper that I showed you that's all paper clipped together. So you'll see another video. Actually, well, you know what? Maybe I won't make a video for that. Maybe what we'll do is we'll work on it together and I'll record us in our meeting. And then anybody that can't be there, they could watch that. You guys rock. Happy holidays.